Welcome back to Stardew Valley and the O'Leary Farm. We're going to check the weather report. It says it's going to rain all day tomorrow. Now I think that's what it said yesterday, which why it's sunny outside begs the question. Welrick's Oracle. Spirits are very happy today, so the forage that we should get should be quite good. We can check the mailbox. Advertisement. I keep finding cool stuff, but my backpack is full. Does this sound like you? Well, Pierre's got you covered. Stop by Pierre's General Store today and check out our affordable size 24 backpack. See you soon. Looks like we've got more mail. Hello there. Just got back from a fishing trip. You should come down to the beach sometime. I've got something for ya. Willie. Okay. I'll go ahead and water my crops. And then I think I will head to town. Maybe I'll pick up some wood when I get back. But for now, I'm gonna go say hi to some of the locals. I'll come over here to the pond and refill my watering can for the moment. And then I'll head east towards town. Now this is the bus stop where we first came into town. There is often forage along here, which tempts me to cut down these trees so that we can more readily see whether forage is available when we come through here. I'm also stocking up on wood because there is a need for 300 in an area that will get us quite a bit of cash over time. We don't have to rush that, but if we get it, that'll be nice. Now I do believe we have all 4 of the spring forage items in order to craft some spring seeds. So I'm going to pop back home and combine those items to make some spring seeds, and I'll show you the crafting recipe for that as well. So we'll pop open the chest, pull out the horseradish, and that, I believe, is all we need. So we're going to hit E, go to crafting, wild seeds, horseradish, daffodil, leek, and dandelion. We have the daffodil, the dandelion, the leek, and the horseradish. So we can grab 10 of these, and then we'll go ahead and hoe 10 more slots and plant some wild seeds. Now these 10 seeds that we got out of 4 forage items will give us random forage items. So it's a good trade to turn them into seeds. We will also need 1 of each for the bundles, but we'll get to that. You really only need to collect most items once in order to apply them to bundles. I'm going to drop off these acorns and sap and wood, then I'm going to head into town. If you gradually grow how many crops that you're planting, you will tend to make a fairly hefty profit once they bloom fully or grow fully. Here we have the doctor's office. Let's say hi to this lady. Now she's selling things. When you talk to NPCs across a counter, typically that means that they're trying to sell you something. You'll have to go to the other side of the counter if you want to speak to them personally. So I'm going to come around here.
Oh, aren't you the one who just moved in? I'm Maru. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Hi, Maru.
You know, with a small town like this, a new face can really alter the community dynamic. It's exciting.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Harvey, the local doctor. Nice to meet you, Harvey. So this board has 2 different places that you can interact with. If you right-click the left part of it, you'll get the calendar. Calendar will show you special events like birthdays, and special seasonal events, Egg Festival and Flower Dance. If you give someone a present on their birthday that they like, it will increase the effectiveness of that gift significantly. It's a fast way to earn some extra hearts. This is the Help Wanted side of the board, and you can often pick up daily quests this way. Looking for a handsome young man to deliver me a wild horseradish. Haley, 150 gold on delivery. Haley will be thankful. So we'll pick that up, and we have 2 days to complete a quest if we pick it up from this board. And if we happen to pick up a horseradish, we'll bring it to Haley. Let's go into Pierre's. As I mentioned earlier, if you talk to him from across the counter, he is a shop. And you can scroll down and see he has quite a bit. Now some of these are quite pricey. You start with 500, and these saplings cost as much as 6,000. So there are quite a few expensive things. That said, the seeds are fairly inexpensive. I'm going to pick up one of each that I have room for, so that I can have at least one crop of each type, in case we need them for a bundle. I don't believe that tulips are among the things we need. I will pick up some kale and some jazz as well. And then we'll go right back to our farm and plant these. The only reason I'm not continuing with the greetings right at this moment is that I am full on my inventory, and I would like to get these crops started so that I can free up some space. Now, the beans that I'm currently holding are a trellis crop, meaning that when you plant them, you cannot pass over them. So I'm going to plant these out here by themselves. Also need to water trellis crops. The nice thing about this crop is that it will produce multiple times in a season, so that you can get multiple harvests without having to buy additional seeds. I'm just going to make a strip of 5 here and plant the remaining seeds. Cabbage, potatoes, a tulip, some kale, and whatever this is. I believe it's a jazz seed, another type of flower. And then I'll go ahead and water each of these. This does take some time watering each day, but it's well worth it in my opinion, because you always get a good return on your investment. So we have the quest log, which is the exclamation point on the right side of your screen that you see here. And you can go through your different quests and see what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Delivery is the horseradish quest that we picked up. To the beach. Visit the beach south of town before 5 p.m. That's Willie's. Archaeology. You found an ancient looking object. Could it be some kind of artifact from long ago? Perhaps Gunther, curator of the local museum, has the answer. Getting started. If you want to become a farmer, you'll have to start with the basics. Use your hoe to till the soil, then use a seed packet on the tilled soil to sow a crop. Water every day until the crop is ready for harvest. The quest is cultivate and harvest a parsnip. Introductions. It would be a nice gesture to introduce yourself around the town. Some people might be anxious to meet the new farmer. So far, we have 6 out of 28 of the people greeted. So we've got a little bit of work to do. But we're going to be exploring the town anyway, so I imagine we'll pick up quite a few of those. I'm going to drop off this clay that I picked up and this daffodil. You can often sell your forage, especially if it's higher quality, and get a fair amount out of it. So it's 12:50 p.m. already. Time passes quite quickly in this world. You can go into the trash cans with a right click, and occasionally they'll have something. But if one of the villagers sees you do it, they will yell at you. And I believe it has a negative impact on your relationship with that villager. It's irritating to have to meet all these new people, huh? Name's George, by the way. Now buzz off. Okay, buzzing off. I'm not good enough friends with Alex to enter his bedroom, so I won't be able to meet Alex at this time. It's probably going to work out. Yep. That is notable. I'm going to go on out. It says dog here, but I've yet to see the dog here. Perhaps it will show up one day. The Stardew Saloon. So this gentleman you can't talk to from across the bar, but you can go to the cash register and buy things. He can sell you food, but he can also sell you recipes for certain foods. Now, until you have a kitchen, which requires a house upgrade, you can't actually cook any of those recipes. Well, hello there. I'm Gus, chef and owner of the Stardew Saloon. I am going to forget all of these voices. That's alright. I will do my best to replicate them with some level of faithfulness. Hey, I'm Sam. Good to meet you. Ah, Willie. Ahoy there, son. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Glad to finally meet ya. Ah, I'm still trying to unwind from a month out on the salty seas. It was a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. And hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. Alright, our own fishing pole. There's good water here in the valley. All kinds of fish. Oh yeah, my shop's back open now, so come by if you need supplies. I'll also buy anything you catch. If it smells, it sells. Haha, that's what my old pappy used to say anyway. So we've met Willie. Let's pop into his shop. What do you have for sale? So he sells trout soup. That gives you a temporary buff to your fishing. And is also a pretty good energy and health buff. I don't have enough to afford it, and I'm not sure I would pick it up right now anyway. But let's try out the fishing mechanics. So if we have the fishing rod equipped and we're facing water, we can hold it and power it up to wherever we want it to be. We'll wait a little while. Eventually we'll get an exclamation point like so. And then we can click and gradually follow the fish. You want to keep the green bar behind where the fish is located. If you could do it during the entire fish, you will get a perfect, which I will try to demonstrate now. Fishing is a fairly relaxing pursuit, but some of them get a bit feisty. So there's a perfect. I believe that just increases the chance that they're a longer length. I'm not sure it gives you any particular benefit besides that. Various fish types are parts of the bundles, which we will show you once we can get into the community center. Here's some worms. You can find them on the beach as well. Wow, 3 clay, that's quite a lot. So we'll check this out. With 300 pieces of wood, this could be fixed. Now the eastern beach has a lot better drops of shells and various things, so it's good to be able to repair that as quickly as possible. Thus the 300 wood that I mentioned earlier this episode. I believe that the soggy newspaper, which is trash, is less valuable than the anchor, which is an artifact. And I believe we may have missed Gus, but let's try anyway. I can't believe it's not butter. Excuse me. Ah, the new farmer we've all been expecting, and whose arrival has sparked many a conversation. I'm Elliot. I live in the little cabin by the beach. It's a pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you, Elliot. / Fabio.
Oh, a stranger. My name's Vincent. Mama says not to talk to strangers, but you seem okay.
No, Mama's right. You should generally not talk to strangers. She understands. You should listen to Jazz. Oh. Hi. I'm tutoring Vincent and Jazz today. They're a handful, but it's nice to make a difference in someone's life. Nice to meet you, Penny. Complete improvisational voice work. Not ideal. Abysmal. Not a single piece in the entire collection. What's this? You found something? Let me see it. Remarkable. Very old. I'd love to study this in greater detail, but it is yours. I've got a favor to ask you. Would you consider donating any artifacts or minerals that you find? We could make a groundbreaking discovery together. Oh, and who knows? If you keep donating, I might come across some interesting items to send your way. Think about it, will you? If you decide to donate, just bring the objects to the front desk. So you can just right-click him, donate to museum. Gunther is one of the rare NPCs that you can't actually speak with personally. You could just deliver things to the museum. Journal updated. So we did deliver something to the museum. We can check to see if there's any rewards. Doesn't seem like you have anything to donate to the museum. Better get out there and do some treasure hunting, huh? But if you talk to him and he does have a reward for you, then he will give it to you at that time. There'll be a collect rewards option. If we right click this, it says a book's missing here, but there's a spot in particular. I guess we have to actually find lost books in order to fill these up. Nothing to the east there in the library, just more shelving. It's locked. Open 9 to 4. So we missed it by about an hour and a half. I kind of expected we would miss it. Let's head up north here. Joja Mart. Life's better with Joja. Welcome to Joja Mart. How are you doing today? I don't believe we've met. I'm Morris, Georgia Customer Satisfaction Representative. When you decide you want to become a Georgia member, I'll be delighted to help make your transition a joyous experience. Oh, okay. So she just sells things. Joja Cola, a bunch of Joja branded stuff, which is pretty funny. I believe their prices are by and large higher than what you can get at Pierre's. Nothing really to do here unless I'm aware of some secret thing, but it's clearly a store full of typical warehouse type items. I'm going to do a little bit of fishing while I'm here. Now, river fish and lake fish and ocean fish are all different. And different fish can be found when it's raining or not raining, or during different seasons, or in different areas. I'm having a little bit of trouble controlling this particular fish, but we'll see what we can do. As your fishing level gets higher, the green bar becomes larger and it becomes easier to catch the fish. There's someone. After we grab that, we'll see if we can't catch her. I believe that was Robin, actually. We've already greeted her, but no sense not to be cordial. It's locked. Okay. Archaeology was completed. Gunther asked if you'd consider donating any new artifacts or minerals you find to the museum. He says he'll compensate you by way of occasional rare goods, and apparently a quest reward. So now we have 250 that we didn't have before. And that could pick us up quite a few seeds if we wanted to make a larger garden. I say garden, obviously I mean farm. Gonna forage around here. Nothing much going on. There does seem to be some worms to the west.
A stranger? Hello. Don't mind me. I just live out here alone.
Okay. Don't mind me is a strange linguistic construct, because if I do, I have not followed instructions. Now that is copper ore. If I had something particularly meaningless to discard, I think I get rid of the dandelion here. They're not worth particularly much. And copper ore is a little hard to come by until the mine opens. This is a horseradish. That's part of a quest, too. So perhaps, and I believe herring is quite common. So I'm going to go ahead and eat a herring and pick up, hopefully, both of these horseradishes on the way home. The only reason we wouldn't pick up both is if they are of different qualities. Then they would not stack. So far we've just gotten basic quality forage, but they come with silver and gold stars to indicate higher rarities. So we'll put all that here. We could take some things to the bin to sell to increase our money, but I don't know that that's necessary. I will put my bamboo pole away. No, I'm going to keep it out so that I do a little bit of fishing here and there. Only leaves us 6 slots in our inventory, which is why I intend to do quite a bit of money, acquire quite a bit of money so that I can buy the backpack upgrade. In fact, I will go ahead and sell all but one of those items. And spring onions I like to have for energy. But I'll go ahead and drop the other things in the bin, and that'll give us a little bit of money tomorrow once we wake up. Today's gone very well. We met a few people, and the hour is growing quite late, but I would like to utilize what time I do have and what energy I do have to acquire some more wood so we can work on building that bridge down by the beach. As you can tell, there's a very relaxed pacing to this game, and that to me is a feature, a good feature, that a lot of other games, well, they can't really be built around, because the main objective in a lot of games is to get from point A to point B. This is very much a gradual progression style of game, and I appreciate that. Now, furniture in your house can be moved by left-clicking it, and then you can rotate it by turning the mouse. Oh, excuse me. You can rotate it with right-click and then place it back with left-click. So if you like to move things around, you can do so. Now that decorative bowl, any of these either of these two spaces that you put it on, and it will go ahead and center it on the table. But you can also right-click the fireplace. That gives off a nice little light effect. These are all nice touches for someone to put in. You can pick up your carpet, move it around. The one thing you can't move, as far as I know, I suppose two, the fireplace and the bed. Move this fern, so I'll put it up here by the fireplace. And then we'll tuck in for the night. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a lovely day. Picked up a little bit of money. I probably shouldn't have signed off right away. Picked up some money for the foraging, wild horseradish, a couple of dandelions, and a sunfish.